game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The goal. We'll put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. So Clemson's offense will start this game off. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well.
Turning it on! The 40, the 30, the 10, and he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Cal Bears offense has the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Clemson! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And this defense, we know they present a challenges, and you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason, You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Catch in the middle. It's Price. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Got his man out of the backfield. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grab near the sticks. It's Price. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. Clemson set up with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Tigers. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking to pass. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Golden Bears will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Off play action on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Fairbairn. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fairbairn. Running through contact. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Sampson. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Well, that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Off the play fake on first down. Flips it out to the back. Oh, what a move. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
To the air on second down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. Fires to the big fella. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Running into the open space. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been hungry.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd down, the jet sweep as they try to move the chains. There he goes.
A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback on this play, and that was able to freeze them for just that half second, and that allowed the receiver on the jet sweep to use his speed and get to the outside.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Quickly complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snap. The air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
35, Cal 7.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Gets it out fast. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Throws to the tight end and wings it incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Using the quick game. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Price. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Price. They make the... the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Price. He's brought down after a nice game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Clemson! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Cal 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Golden Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Pulls it, fires to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Wants to throw on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cal! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The quick out. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
Just enough time for one final play in this half.
29 Philly.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway.
Clemson 42, Cal 14.
And he'll just take a knee. Will start at the 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
The Golden Bears line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Makes the grab. Well, that toe-tap catch had a little style, but not much substance on that.
No, the defense did a good job, too, using the sideline to their advantage. Using the sideline.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. He'll get rid of it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs... more of that as the game goes on.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touched.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Quick completion on the out.
And these quarterbacks have to... trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback. Other direction.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Fairbairn. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. This is turning into a death march for this defense. 13th play of the drive coming. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the gun. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass.
Touchdown, Clemson! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down, because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Cal 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Lost to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Golden Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The Golden Bears are on the move. with the run on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To throw, it's Harvey. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Trying to barrel in. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Never a doubt. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Dobbs. Quickly complete.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds his big tight end. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. You want your defenders to be physical in pass coverage, but they can't be overly aggressive. They can't grab and hold. That's an obvious PI call.
Ready.
Unleashes to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a throw downfield late. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw. It's Dobbs. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's.